add 1 teaspoon to the boiling broad beans. Thanks to this detail, it does not cause bloating. There is a way that will allow you to enjoy the delicious taste of broad beans without being subjected to troublesome and embarrassing bloating. Prepare broad beans for cooking as before. That is, rinse them in cold water. Put it in boiling water like this. Boil the broad beans for no longer than 30 minutes. It is then ready for consumption. Its skin will become wrinkled. Now pay attention. After 3 minutes of boiling, throw a tablespoon of salt into it. Then add a tablespoon of sugar. The next ingredient is dill. The secret ingredient to add last is cumin. Add a tablespoon of it. It is the cumin and dill that is the whole secret of not bloating broad beans. It is the addition of cumin to the pot of boiling broad beans that eases digestive disorders, stimulates the secretion of enzymes by the pancreas, and makes broad beans easily digestible and gentle on the stomach. On the other hand, if you add a handful of fresh dill, the broad beans will have a pleasant aroma, and unpleasant discomfort should not occur. Broad beans are very healthy, so it is not worth giving up eating them. The season for broad beans is short, from June to August. It is worth enjoying its taste. Use an empty water jug to save space in your fridge with this simple hack. In a few easy steps, you'll create more room for your favorite foods. Start with an empty water jug and cut it into 4 parts. You'll need 2 strips and the bottom of the jug. The top part with the cap can be discarded or kept to cover snacks on a table or patio to protect them from insects. Next, prepare 3 plates for your food. I used 1 plate for apples. Place 1 strip of the jug around the plate with apples, ensuring all the fruits are inside the strip. Then, place another plate on top. I used this one for sliced oranges. Again, place a strip of the jug around this plate. Now it's time for the top tier. I placed a cake on the last plate and put it on top of the previous layers. Finally, cover the plate with the cake using the bottom part of the jug. Now, you can easily fit this makeshift container into your fridge, where fitting 3 separate plates would have been impossible. Additionally, your food is protected from any unwanted insects that might find their way into the fridge. A brilliant trick to make slicing vegetables easier. Tired of vegetable slices sticking to your knife? I have a simple solution that will solve this problem once and for all. Let me show you how to do it in just a few seconds. Have you ever sliced a cucumber and noticed that the slices stubbornly stick to the knife? Then, as you continue slicing, the pieces fall off and scatter all over the cutting board. It can be frustrating, right? But there's an easy trick to prevent this. All you need is a knife, a toothpick, and some tape. Cut a piece of tape roughly the length of the toothpick. Then, attach the toothpick to the tape and place it parallel to the blade. This simple fix ensures that the slices will immediately fall onto the cutting board instead of sticking to the knife. Now, watch as the slices drop neatly onto the board without any hassle. It's an incredibly simple, yet effective trick. Since I learned about it, I use it every day. Attaching the toothpick takes just a moment, and it saves me from a lot of frustration. Put the cocktail glass on the tomato slices. This is how you will prepare something very special. You've never tasted a tomato recipe like this before. They are perfect for breakfast or a snack. Preparing them is really easy, and they taste delicious. At the very beginning, choose vine-ripened tomatoes and cut them into slices. Arrange them on a kitchen board. Get a glass. Cut the center out of the tomato slices. Do the same with each subsequent prepared slice. Set the rings from the tomatoes aside. Chop the cut flesh from the tomatoes into small pieces. Transfer the pieces to a bowl. Then cut the chives with scissors. Add a cup of whole wheat flour to the mixture. Then whisk in 2 eggs. Season with a pinch of salt, pepper, garlic, or other favorite spices to your taste. Mix everything thoroughly. Heat a frying pan over medium heat and add some olive oil. Arrange the rings of tomatoes on the pan. Fill them with the prepared mixture. About 1 tablespoon of the chopped tomato mixture is enough for each disc. Cover the pan with a lid and fry for a few minutes over a fairly low heat. When the bottom of the tomato pancakes turns golden, flip them over to the other side. After frying, decorate the pancakes with parsley or chives. And there you have it. Delicious tomato pancakes are now ready to serve. Pour this into a bowl of strawberries and see what happens. This fizzing foam is incredibly important. Put the strawberries in water and add 2 ingredients. Everyone will ask why your strawberries stay fresh for so long. With this trick, you'll get rid of bugs and mold spores. Usually, we just rinse strawberries with water and start enjoying them. But we should do it differently. First, get a bowl and put the strawberries in it. Prepare the first ingredient, which is vinegar. Pour some into the bowl with the strawberries. Then take baking soda and add it to the bowl as well. Don't worry, nothing bad will happen to them. The baking soda will produce a great effect. The ingredients will start to fizz vigorously, thoroughly cleaning the strawberries. The combination of baking soda and vinegar also helps prevent the fruits from molding quickly. Wait for about 15 minutes. After this time, look into the bowl and at your strawberries. You'll notice a lot of dirt in the bowl that you wouldn't have seen if you had only washed them with water. Rinse the strawberries thoroughly under running water and place them in a serving bowl. If there were any bugs in the fruit, this simple trick will get rid of them. Take 1 onion and a jar lid. A friend from China taught me this trick. What you can do with them is amazing. You will definitely try this idea right away. Take large, beautiful onions, peel them if necessary, and cut off the stem ends. Clean them from the roots, but don't cut too much from that side. Place the prepared onion on the jar lid. Cut it in half. The lid will prevent you from cutting it all the way through. Now, cut it crosswise. Then, continue cutting it horizontally as shown in the video. This way, you will cut it into many pieces. It will look a bit like a flower. Cut the remaining onions the same way. Do everything exactly like with the first onion. Take a large bowl, pour water into it. Soak the cut onions in it. Leave them in the water for an hour and then dry them. In the bowl, beat 2 eggs. Mix them into a uniform mass. Add 100 milliliters of milk and mix again. In a separate container, prepare flour. Add salt, pepper, and sweet paprika. Mix them thoroughly with the flour. Now, take the first onion. It should be relatively dry by now. Dip it in the egg. Be thorough. Then dust the onion in the second bowl with flour. Again, do it thoroughly so that the flour covers the entire onion. Heat oil in a pot. Put the onion in it. Fry it until golden brown. Turn it over to ensure it fries well on the other side too. Place it on a plate. Serve with sour cream and tomato sauce. Just peel off individual onion feathers and savor their extraordinary flavor. This prepared onion makes an amazing snack or a standalone dish. Since my friend showed me this recipe, I make such onions regularly. It's delicious.